Okay, so for the first recipe, you're gonna need some extra virgin olive oil, some ginger garlic grated, and that's fresh ginger garlic, by the way, 2 lemons, 2 salmon fillets with skin on. I can't stress that enough, the skin has to be there. Some extra hot chili powder. If you have chili flakes, use that, is better, but I didn't. So the first step is to put some oil in your bowl, add in the ginger garlic, add in a little bit of chili. Don't add too much unless you want to burn your mouth off and you're into that, but I'm not, so just a little bit. Some salt, and salt is to taste, of course, and add in 1 whole lemon juice. Not 1 whole lemon, the juice of a whole lemon. And once you've done that, give it a good old mix and it should look something like this. But at this point we realized we forgot to add zest of a lemon, so use 1 whole lemon and just add the zest into the sauce, mix it up, and then marinate the salmon with it. Start off with the skin, so just massage into the skin, the back, and then turn it around and basically drown the entire marination in it. And once you've marinated it, just pop a cling film on top and just put it in the fridge to rest whilst you make the next step ready, which is the sauce. And for the sauce, you're going to need 2 tomatoes, 2 lemons, and a handful of dill. And this makes the best sauce ever. So first step is, of course, to chop the chop the tomatoes. Chop it as finely as you can, the finer the better, but don't worry if you can't get it really finely. But don't blend it, okay? Don't stick it in a blender. You need it to be like these pieces. So pop it in a plate so you have some room to do your next bit of chopping. And now we're going to chop the skin of the lemons off. You're going to need the entire skin off, basically. Make it naked lemon. Turn it into a naked lemon. You just need the middle part, the bit where you usually squeeze the juice out. So once it looks something like that, you're going to go ahead and chop it up as fine as you can. Once again, dice it up and get the seeds out, because the last thing you want in your sauce is to bite into a lemon seed. And then chop up your dill finely once again, and once you've done that, put your heat on your pan, add in butter. You're gonna need a little bit of butter. I know it's not healthiest, but that's the point of this sauce, is a butter, tomato, lemon, herb sauce, and the butter makes it. Okay, so you do that, and once you've mixed all that in, and you, oh my god guys, the smell, I can't deal, it's so good. So give it a good old mix, and it should look something like this. Cover it up and just cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes. Keep checking on it and keep stirring it, and it should look something like this after 15 minutes. And guys, keep tasting for salt, but this is the best sauce you'll ever try. Okay, so the next step is making the mashed potato, and I of course have my potato boiling away, but I didn't actually show you how to make the recipe because it's so easy. It's literally just 3 ingredients. If you want to know how to make my mashed potatoes, I'll leave it in the description bar below. That's a mouthful. So the next step is to cook the salmon, and you need to cook it skin side down, and that's really important. And it's really important that you have the heat on very high, so you only cook the skin for about 2 minutes until it's crispy, or until you see the salmon at the bottom of the salmon cooking. So once you've done that, pop it in the oven, preheated oven, for about 10 minutes until the top is cooked. And once the top is cooked, it should look something like this. And don't worry if the skin is burnt, because you're not going to be eating the skin. It's just for the flavor. And yeah, I've basically served mine on a bed of mashed potato, drizzled the sauce on top, and I've put it with a side helping of broccoli. This meal is the best, and this is the best way I've ever eaten salmon. I'm not a big salmon lover, but this is the best way to eat it. Try it, guys. But yeah, the next recipe, you're going to need some tomato puree, some green peppers washed and chopped to your desired shape, some onion and passata, and not to forget the eggs. Of course, if you don't have passata, use a tomato can. You're more than welcome to do that. Just blend it. And yes, the eggs. The eggs is what makes this dish, because it's an egg dish, of course. You need eggs. So heat up your pan, add your oil, add your onions. This is just standard cooking 101. Onions is always the base. And then once you add your onions in, stir it about like I'm doing. Add in black pepper. I like to add a lot of black pepper. As you can see, I have basically drowned the onions in black pepper. It's like black pepper infused onions, but it does taste really nice. It does, and it smells really good. So once it looks something like this, you go ahead and add in your passata or your tomato, your blended tomato at this point. And once you've added that in, give it a good old mix. Add in some salt. You don't need to add pepper because you've drowned the onions in pepper. Add in your green peppers. Add in 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. Like I said, I love my tomato sauces really rich and deep. And then once I've added that, I add in some mixed herbs. Guys, mixed herbs with tomato is like match made in heaven. It smells so good. If you haven't added mixed herbs to tomatoes, what are you waiting for? So once you've done that, cook your tomato sauce for about half an hour to an hour. Then once you've done that, go ahead and add your eggs on top, and I just like to space it out so that it's all got like its own personal space to cook in, you know, not overcrowded or anything. What am I talking about? And then just top it off with some salt and pepper. Cook it for about half an hour, and this is what it should look like. And you can't forget the bay of all bays, coriander. So I've topped it with coriander, and this is how I have had it with some pita bread, some kebabs. Guys, this is such a nice, healthy iftar to have and so delicious. So try it and love it.